Alrighty, folks. Welcome to G4 Journeys. This is part of our smoked ham playlist and series, but most of you know I really enjoy ham radio, really have immersed myself in the hobby. Recently, we installed an 80-meter Skyloop in the backyard. And I have gone out to the county's GIS server and have an aerial view of our backyard. And so you can see here this light black line. It's a little hard to see, but that's the approximate property line that we've got there. We've got a fence back here in the backyard that kind of roughly follows the perimeter. The antenna is installed right about here. That tripod that you saw in the earlier video is sitting right there across, straddling that section of peak on the roof. And so what I thought I would do is just outline for you here what the final installation looks like. We'll see if we can get this to work. We're going to actually measure the approximate distance here. So from here, the antenna runs roughly to this tree, and then it comes almost straight over to this maple tree here. And of course, it's got a little bit of dipping and whatnot in it. And then it runs back over to this point here. Okay, so with this rough measurement from the website, from the county website, that comes up with 252 feet. We know, however, from the length of wire, it's actually 287 feet. So that gives you a little bit of an indication. Of course, this is showing perfectly straight lines. It's not exactly perfectly straight. In the treetops, there's a little, we lose some footage there because it dips down a little bit and comes back up. We've got a little bit of sag in the line over here, going from the top of that pine tree down or over to that maple tree. And then this is a longer run here, and we get a little bit of sag in the line there. And together, that all adds up to the 252 to 57 foot mark that we found there. So that's the way that the antenna is installed. I've shared a couple videos, live streams since. One of particular interest, and I'll put a link to it on the screen, is actually at the end of the video, if you make it all the way through to the end, and this won't be a particularly long video, but at the end of the video, you'll see a link. I was able to pick up a station in Italy, and I was flipping back and forth between my vertical antenna, which I love. I'm not casting any shade on that vertical whatsoever, but I was flipping back and forth between the vertical and the 80-meter Skyloop, and I will tell you, you couldn't hear the station hardly at all. On the vertical antenna, it was the noise floor was just too high. And so when we switched over to the Skyloop, that noise floor dropped 3 to 4 S units on the meter, and we were able to hear stations that I never would have known were there otherwise. And so that was pretty phenomenal performance. It's not an ideal deployment by any stretch. This roof line that you see just right on the edge of the screen here, that's a big metal pole shed. It's all metal, all steel sided, steel roof. And so most of the articles you read tell you to, keep your antenna away from large metal, right? It's also running along the ridge line here of the house. That's not ideal either. In a perfect or a better installation, we'd probably be running from here back to this back corner over here and back over somewhere, so it would be wholly suspended over the ground as opposed to the roof. But really impressed with the antenna. Love the contacts that I've been able to make so far, and on just about every band in almost every condition that I've done my kind of A/B testing between the antennas, that 80-meter Skyloop outperforms the vertical in almost all scenarios. This is a bit of a suburban area. There are some home developments back further, kind of behind us back over here. You can't see those in this photo, and I'm not gonna zoom out. I'll screw up my measurement and everything by doing that. But anyway, lots of opportunity for noise from refrigerators and you name it. But that 80-meter Skyloop, my guess is it's 40 to 50 feet up in the air on average. Really performs well. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the listens, and if you please have a chance, like and subscribe to the channel. We'll continue to put out more ham radio videos, but we also do other things. I'm a big motorcycle enthusiast, a lot of outdoors activities that are on the channel as well. And so all kinds of fun stuff to watch and see. So, hey, thanks again for everything. This is Kilo Fox 0, Kilo Charlie Clear.